Why does this shit look so different? Hold on a second. Oh my goodness. Oh, I see I have one in the building. Danny. Yeah, it's not going to be about that, Danny. I mean, some of it, but not all of it. Wait, I have to, hold on a second. I forgot how to use all this shit because I haven't been on here for so long. Let me see. Okay, I want to, let me see. I appreciate it, Danny. All right, I'm dropping the link. Okay. See if Golden will come up here. Cause I'm sick of an old prostitute fucking having my name in her mouth. Like, I'm done with that shit. I didn't want to do that shit on my main channel. I hope that's the right link. What the hell? Why does this look so different? I guess because I don't go live on this channel. I don't know, Danny. You would know better than me. I hear you. Golden, is that the right link that I dropped? Because if it is, click it and come up here. I think it is. I haven't used this shit in so fucking long that I forgot how to use it. Let me see. Invite guests. Yeah. Copy. I don't know. That's the link that it's given me. So okay, well, I'm gonna start in a second, Danny. I need to, like, I'm so annoyed with this bitch. I am so tired of it. And I really did not want to have to waste my time talking on this fucking used up old bitch. But I guess I'm gonna have to. Oh, Danny, Tanika. Oh, Tanika was so cute last night. Oh, I know, Danny. Well, I think that's what people were trying to tell that person that I'm talking about. That there are people that go into her chat that don't like her, okay, but they're there for the entertainment. I mean, that happens to all CCs. Oh, hold on. You're always going to have people that don't like you and that just want to come, hey, V Love. You're always going to have people that are going to come into your live that don't like you if there's drama going on, you know? So, and then, I mean, let me just wait till people get in here because, like, I am, this bitch has my name in her mouth and that fucking vampire. Let me just set you straight on a couple things, vampire bitch. Okay? I never said I was Cardi B, and I don't want to be Cardi B. Would I like her bank account? Sure. I don't want to be Cardi B. The bitch is trash. What I said was that if you think that I'm fat and those women are bigger than me, then what does it make them? That's what I said, you stupid fucking tranny bitch. You wanted to be dragged for filth. Now I'm gonna drag you for filth. You've been talking about me for like 4 fucking months. You're disgusting. I don't know if you want to be me or fuck me, you fucking weirdo. Ugh. So fucking weird. If you could crawl inside my fucking skin, you would. You're fucking weird as hell. And Dirty C's, you used up, washed up bitch. Stop flattering yourself, thinking that I give a shit. The only thing that I say about you is you're a liar, and you are a liar. I proved it in real time the other day. You are a fucking liar. Straight up. I don't care. Tanika, you were so cute last night, Tanika. Golden, get your ass up here. You were so cute last night, Tanika. I wanted to come up, but I told you why I didn't come up. I'm not going to say it on here. I don't want to give people satisfaction. Hey, Ingrid. I'm just waiting. Let me see. Girl, you coming up here? Oh, okay. I think some of you bitches like abuse and to be dragged for filth. I really do. Because Dirty C's, the only thing that I ever say about you is that you're a liar. And I fucking stand on that. You are a liar. Now, yes, do we all lie? Have we all lied? Yes, everybody has lied in their life. But you are a habitual fucking liar. Okay? You make shit up that never even happened. And as for Plotter and Polly, I'm not bothered at all that those friendships are over. You know why? Because I know that they were fake. Those two people were never real friends. They pretended to be. That's what they did. Okay? So when there's a situation like that occurs, I'm sorry to tell you, bitch, it don't bother me. I am not hurt at all. I don't think about them at all. And I don't give a fuck where they go. They're grown and I will never see them in my entire life. I don't give a fuck. Hey, Lacey, babe. A lot of you motherfuckers give yourselves too much credit to think that I would give a fuck about you so much. And I didn't want to have to get up here and do this. But I've been quiet for quite some time. All right, let me bring up Golden. Hey.
What up, Starr? Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, so I was just telling everybody, Lacey, if you want to come up, honey, I'll drop the link. Or Tanika. But no, I'm just telling them that I think some of these people you know, they fucking Danny, you're so funny. No, there's something else I'm waiting for, Danny. You know what I'm talking about. Um, what the fuck was that? Anyway, no, I was just saying to everybody, I think that some of these people like abuse because it's like they get enjoyment out of being dragged. I mean, like, what the fuck? Hey, Truth Zone, what's up? I can't hear you, Golden.
Oh no, I just muted down while you was talking.
Oh no, you don't have to mute down. You don't
Oh
have to. And that's why I put this. That's why I put it on my backup channel because
yeah.
I'm not gonna be having conversations about a washed up hooker on my main channel. I don't care. And I don't give a fuck who has a problem with me saying something like that. I don't care. That's my feelings. I don't give a shit. That bitch constantly is talking shit and she lies. How are you going to speak for me? Like, this bitch acts like she could speak for me. Let me add up True Zone. What's up, Truth?
Yo, what's happening with you? What's happening? What's happening? Long time no see, girl. Where you been at?
I just been watching. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Yeah.
I gotta pull up and say what's up to you. How you been? Check the temperature. What's up, What's up, Golden? Say out to everybody in the chat. I see some nigga games in the building down there too.
Yeah, Tanika did her first live.
She did.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
Oh shit. Let me damn, I don't think I'm sub. Hold on. Let me sub to a channel real quick.
All right. But I mean, why would you like think that you could think for me? You know the thoughts that are in my head, Dirty C's. You know how I feel. No, I don't. We never had that conversation. I'm mad that Plotter and Polly are over there. No, I'm not mad at all. They showed me who they are, so I no longer give a fuck. I don't hate them. I don't like them. They don't exist in my world. A lot of you motherfuckers give yourselves too much credit to think that I care about you. Like, that's the problem. Golden, you could speak on it.
Yeah, so like where I'm at with it is, I'm just kind of really seeing everything and learning everything, as of recent, based off of like I've been watching the lives and hearing how these people move and operate. And I really did not know these people at all. I didn't know they move and operate like this. I've known you know what I'm saying? Like, and now, we've had our differences and stuff, but we back straight and stuff like that. But now that I'm seeing some of these individuals on their channels and how, they moving through the platform, it was just like kind of off-putting to me because I'm just like, yo, what is the energy? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand what their energy is and why they come into the platform with this type of animosity. And it's nasty work, if you ask me. That's what I see. I see a lot of nasty work. I listen to their lives, I hear the things that they say, I watch how they do people. And I'm just like, I'm not really fully understanding like what is this all about, as far as like why they move and operate like this and what gives them the audacity to feel as though that they can, like, really based off of some of the things that they say and how they address people is really it's off-putting to me. It's really off-putting to me. And then when it comes to the lies, I know about when it comes to that. Like, I've watched these people. I've sat there and caught people multiple times and like blatant lies, not just when it comes to me, but when it comes to other people.
Yep.
And I'm just like, yo, that's really what we doing? Like, you sit up there and lie for a living. That's the type of platform you want to have. That's the type of energy you want to bring to the platform. Like, that stuff is whack to me, for real. Like, I don't understand why people do it. I don't understand what their gain is that they're getting from it. And like I said, like the nasty work of it all, which we could go deeper into it, but I'm not gonna do that over here in your platform. I've seen a lot of
No,
things
you
that really
could.
rub you the wrong
You could
way.
do
Like
that.
it rubs
Here's my backup. Hey, Veronica, beer belly. You could do
There's
that
a
on
lot of
this one.
things
This
that
is the
we
backup.
hear. It's a lot of things that we hear and we witness, as far as the energy that these people moving with. And y'all, I don't know, everybody may not know who I am, but y'all know like how I talk and what I talk about, right? And so when I see how some of these people move and operate, it goes totally against everything that I stand for and I fight against. So, for me, it's just like it's a lot of hate. Um, it gives off another type of energy. I'm not going to speak on that here because, like I said, this is your platform. Um,
Nah, you're
it's
free to
not,
speak on. It's a backup channel, so you could say whatever you want. Hey, Bulbous.
I think it's a lot of racism. That's what I think.
Well,
That's
I
what I
think
see.
it's a lot of racism and lies, straight
Yeah,
lies.
lies, racism, all of, it's just, and all for what? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing all of this for? Like, we've come too far to be back in that place, in that space again, you know? And you got people that's like holding that same level of energy to put a divide amongst the people, right? And it doesn't even matter what our race is as a people, it's just that we're people, period. And so when you see people that come in with these motives and these operations to put a divide, you got to question and ask yourself, like, yo, where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Why is this war being reignited again? Well, another conversation for another day or another platform. You know, we see where it's trickling from the top, right? But let me not start on how I talk.
No,
Anyway,
like I said, you
that's
could
what
go
I
ahead.
that's what I see in a lot of it. I see where our
Well,
country
yeah,
is
that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm listening to people putting words in my mouth and
at. Right.
acting like they could speak for how I feel about certain situations that they weren't even fucking around for. Like, dirty seas. You washed up, old, dried up fucking hooker. Keep my name out of your fucking mouth. The only thing that I say about you is you're a liar. And I stand on that shit. You are a habitual liar, is what you are. I don't care. I don't care.
It's been going down over here. What I done missed over here in y'all community over here? Y'all always got something going down over this month.
Nah, I'm not saying I'm innocent or perfect or none of that shit, but I've been sitting back for quite some time. You know I haven't been live. I've been sitting
Yeah,
back for quite
I'm
some
trying to figure
time.
out where you been at.
Yeah, I've been sitting back for quite some time and listening to these people fucking lie on me, put words in my mouth, make up stories and all types of shit.
Yeah, you
And
already know how it go. You already you got thinking that we in a virtual space and this other Tinder, what's her name, Golden Queen. Salute to you. You talking about racism and stuff like that. All that shit's very prevalent on here because
yeah,
like in my tangible life, I don't deal with racism. Well, in the virtual space, that shit's very prevalent. And then again, you gotta think this is drama and the troll season over there out this motherfucker on the
yeah,
internet.
and then you got these white women trying to speak for black people.
White women,
How
oh, I love. I'll take me a couple white tenders.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is you can't be a certain race and speak on a different race's experience when you're not that race. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
nah. I don't know
You
what
can't,
Mexicans. I
Or,
don't know
you
what
know.
Guatemalans. I don't know what them niggas experience. I only know what I experience around this motherfucker.
That's funny you
right.
said that because my boyfriend's Guatemalan.
He Guatemalan.
Yeah.
Now have you ever had a nigga boyfriend before, Star?
Don't say it like that.
So
Have I had
I'm
a
saying, I'm
yes,
saying it, baby.
I've dated a
What
black
I'm
man.
saying, we all niggas. I'm saying it, baby. Oh, okay, how you ever had a black man before? Okay, all
Yes.
right.
Be careful how
Yeah.
you guys say it though. You know how these people do. They'll take anything, everything, and clip it. So
So I'm
Hey
gonna get clipped over
Bobo.
here. Oh shit! All right, damn.
you
It's all
know.
right.
Polo, what's happening with you? That things
Lacey.
on. I tried to tell you. You ain't tell me nothing to nigga James. You ain't told me shit, girl. You ain't told me nothing.
What
Tanika's
up,
so
Paul?
pretty.
Hey,
But yeah, I
Tanika.
mean,
Happy birthday,
can't
girl.
you can't
I
be
watched
a
the
white,
video.
blonde hair, blue eye woman and speak on a black woman's experience or speak for her. That's bullshit. What the fuck do you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't.
Well, for sure, for sure, for sure. And where's my other Tindette from over here? The other one I had eyes on over here. I forgot her damn name. Green Stars. There's another one too. Shanta Mason. Y'all got a lot of tenderonis over this motherfucker. That's why I be popping up from time to time. Now,
Well,
speaking of
don't.
Tinder, I see one on the panel now. What's up, Golden Queen? You look like Brandy from yeah.
Watch out for Truth. He's cute too, so
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
careful with him. He'll get you.
It's all good. I'm trolling. I'm trolling. It's all good. But yeah, there's
Nah,
a
he's
few of them over
cool.
here I had my eyes on before I left.
You're so funny. But
And I'm gonna
But
let y'all
yeah,
get back to it. I ain't trying to hog you show up. Well, I had to pull up on you because it's been a while.
I know. I gotta go over to your channel too. I haven't been over there in a while.
It's the same old shit.
There's so
It's
much
hectic.
shit
Them
going
niggas,
on over here. Yeah, because when I go over there, I can't really talk to you that much, you know?
I'm never there.
I know.
I let the
Sometimes
ladies.
I see you.
Yeah, you might see my avatar up there, but I'm not up there. I'll be on my laptop. I'm not even home.
Oh,
So yeah, I let the tenders, the ladies, run the show over there.
shit, I'm about to start doing that shit.
I do 24-hour shows. I've been live every day since November.
Damn. That's crazy.
It's
But that's good
entertaining,
though.
man.
Yeah, it's good.
We're on a marathon right now.
Yeah,
We're up,
I
we're up
hear
80
about
right now.
that.
I'm Will Chamberlain, baby. I don't score 80 points. We're up 80 right now.
What about your business, you know?
Yeah, for sure. But it's good seeing you. Good hearing from you, Star. I'm gonna pull back up later on if you're still alive. I'll
All
see you.
right.
See you around. Salute.
Thank you for coming by.
For sure.
nice to meet you. Have a good evening. So, like, Starr, can you tell me, or like, I guess if we could just go back over, because, like, like what I was telling you and stuff, I had just started tuning in and seeing some of the nasty work that was just happening and stuff, and I didn't know that all of these people, I don't know these people. People get upset when I say it, but it's like it's no disrespect. I just don't know these people, these platforms.
I
When I
caught
started seeing
Stormy. I caught Stormy in a lie the other day in real time. Polo, you can attest to this shit because she was talking shit about Polo, saying
Mhm,
that he favors the girls and treats the boys like crap. Okay,
mhm,
and I think it was like Lacey was playing her while she was live or whatever. Dirty C's. Okay, and I had said that Dirty C said that. And she was like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was like, oh, but you did. And then I explained. And then she's like, oh, yeah, I did say that. You see, the first thing you jumped to doing was lying. You lied and you got caught out there. You're a fucking habitual liar. I didn't say I've never lied in my life because we've all told a lie. Everybody's
mhm.
told lies in their life, but I'm just not a fucking liar.
Right,
I've never
right.
said that I'm Cardi B either. Vampire, you weird bitch. Okay? And you're so bothered by me. You said that I shook your DNA. Well, I don't know if you want to fuck me or be me because you're weird as hell.
What do that mean? You shook their DNA. What do that mean?
I don't know. I don't know because you want to sit up there and try to look like me or Nicki Minaj. I don't know which one it is, okay, because you're so fucking confused. And then you want to say that I'm fat. And what I had said in response to that was, um, well, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are bigger women than I am. So if you
Mhm.
think I'm fat, then what do you think of them? That's what I
Right,
said.
right, right.
I did not say I was Cardi B. You weird ass bitch.
No,
You're
I've seen
fucking
you.
weird.
You're not. And again, like, even if people are voluptuous, and bigger and beautiful and stuff, there's nothing wrong with that. If you have a bigger body size. But I've seen you, and you're not like a plus size girl. You're not a plus size
No,
person,
I
and there's
was.
nothing wrong with being that. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, when it comes to just mistruths and telling things that are not the way that they are, like, yo, that shit is whack. Like, you're not a big girl. You're not fat. I've seen you.
No,
So,
I was fat and I lost the weight, but
and you
and
saying that,
you know what I'm saying? But the whole point of the conversation was that you steady play Cardi B and Nicki Minaj and want to be them and look like them and all this other shit, but then you turn around and call me fat when they're bigger than me. So if they're bigger than me, what does that make them? Is my point. I don't think
exactly.
they're fat. I don't think they're fat. I think they're fine. But what I'm saying is if you think I'm fat and those are bigger women
Keep
than
that
I
same
am,
energy.
then what do you know what I'm saying? Then what do you think of them? Is my point. You're a fucking walking contradiction is what you are. And the hypocrisy is ridiculous.
Yeah, and body shaming, and stuff like that ain't cool and stuff. We all have to have, like, probably go through our experience of learning that.
But
Especially
Danny,
sometimes you get your feelings and you say stuff, when you're mad and stuff like that. But at the core of it, like, yo, that mess
yeah,
is not.
but the thing is what was the vampire mad at me to begin with? Because they started a 4-month long drag fest for nothing. I did nothing but try to promote that dirty motherfucker. Okay?
Yeah, like, I don't even know where all the fallout started, because, like, the last thing that I had seen when I was around in the places and spaces is that, like, certain individuals was getting along, you know what I mean? Like, and
We
rocking with
were
each
all
other.
fine. We were
And
fine. As soon as
fallout.
I got they said as soon as I got monetized and I got a big super chat, okay?
Mm,
That's
okay.
when I that's when the vampire said that they were going to start this shit. It came right out of their mouth.
Wow.
And then another thing, Dirty Seas, okay? My channel isn't monetized, but I can monetize it anytime I want. So what am I mad at, bitch? I'm not mad at all. I don't give a fuck. But I do know that you didn't get monetized until me and Lacey went up on your fucking panel and had a fight with you. That's what I
Mm,
that's what I do know.
okay.
Okay? Now, were you close to being monetized? Yeah, you had like 400 and something. But you weren't monetized until me and Lacey went up there and had a fight with you. So stop
Okay.
your fucking lying. Stop your lying. Okay? Because
So it's
Pat
like,
Duran got you delusional, honey.
is that a
But
thing? Like,
no, Patron.
people, they want
That
to fight,
Patron.
like, with you to get, like, attention, or to, like, build their channels. Like, they'll get
Yeah.
into beef, start beefs with you. That's an actual thing.
Because Lacey had proved, because this bitch called me a felon. I ain't no felon. But yet she been in jail, right? Right? So Lacey had proved that that wasn't true. And
Okay,
because
God.
all that was going on Stormy's channel, that's when that bitch got monetized. So
Mm,
I don't give a fuck what you say. Were you close? Yeah, you were close, but you still weren't there. You weren't. And
hmm.
I could apply for remonetization anytime I want. I just haven't.
Right.
So
You
what am I
talk,
mad at? What the
right.
fuck am I mad at? What I'm mad at is your lies and talking shit. And if you want to say that I talk about you, all I say is you're a liar because you are. You lied on me the first time with Polo, talking about how he called the police on you and you said you never said that. And you did. And then you lied on me again. Okay. You lied and you said and I was flirting with your husband. First of all, I would never want a man that touched a prostitute. That's number one. Number two, I wouldn't want a man that's old enough to be my father. Okay. And
Polo
I have a
is somebody
boyfriend.
talk about their kids. See, that's the thing that really be getting me too.
She
Like, that I
tried to
don't
make,
like.
she tried to turn my trauma into hers
Right.
because I didn't speak to her about my visits with my son.
It's
Is that
nobody's
her
business.
business? What
It's
I
nobody's
choose to
business.
tell you all is what I choose to tell you.
Right.
Just because
Every
I'm telling you a situation doesn't mean I have to, tell all the details,
right,
of what's going on. Maybe there's certain
right.
things that are triggering for me that I don't wanna talk about.
Right, exactly. Like your business is your business, and you're the one who gets to decide how much of that I might want to share with the public, or I might want to share with my channel and my subscribers, or my people I rock
Exactly.
with online. But I don't have to share each and every single detail. And just because I don't share each and every detail, it don't make me a liar because I'm withholding that truth and I'm keeping that information private to me and my family and my life and my people. I don't have to tell you everything about me. So if you think that makes me a liar, then there's something wrong with you. Maybe you just don't communicate.
I also had said to her, Golden, that my son said when I'm 18, I'm coming home. So obviously, if I said he told me that, I obviously was having contact with him. That's how much of a fucking dummy you are and don't have any common sense.
Right, babe. And that's
You
that's
know
your
what I'm
business.
saying?
Personal business, what's going on between you and your children and your family. And on this platform, it's like, I don't know, it's like a B-level celebrity type thing that people think. Like, because you know how it's so invasive when it comes to celebrities. Like, they feel like
Yeah.
celebrities, oh, you need to know all of their business and all of their information. It's their right to tell you all of that. No, it's not. It's not that when it comes to celebrities, and it's not that when it comes to content creators either, right? Even if people see content creators as some type of higher level or, esteemed type of celebrity or B list or C list celebrity, whatever. That's how they sometimes make it seem. But
Mhm.
when it comes to your personal life and your personal business, it is up to you how much you want to share with your audience and your followers and your people. And people do not have the right to all of your information and all of everything that's going on in your life. What you decide to give and you feel comfortable enough to talk about, that's it. And that's all you get. And so, you know what I mean?
And you
Like,
know what? You were my first friend on this app, okay? Even though we had fell out for a while, okay?
right, right.
But anything that I've ever told you about what happened to me with CPS, did I lie to you?
Nah. Your story has always been consistent. It has never switched up. It has never wavered. And it's never been something that I like, even when we was going through what we was going through, it's nothing that I would make content on. It's nothing that I would speak on to tell anybody else. Because that was something that was shared between me and you privately. And I would never bring that type of, no matter how mad I get or, whatever fallout we may have, I don't bring stuff like that to the forefront about people's personal business. It's not my place to do so. And I think that's nasty work. That's below the belt type stuff. And that is what we've been seeing a lot going on is like people are really taking things below the belt. They're going too far when it comes to stuff like people personal lives and personal information that should never be content. If the person wants to make their personal life content, that's one thing. But for you to take a private conversation or private information that someone told you,
Have a
between
good
one
day, True
another
Tone. I'm
and
sorry, go
make
ahead.
content of that and put that out, you know what I'm saying, to expose
Mhm.
someone, or when you get angry with them, you put that out to hurt them, like to really cut them to the core. I think that that's nasty work. You should never allow yourself to vibrate that low and do anything like that to anybody, no matter how
She
upset you get.
sat on her live, Golden, okay, with me and Lacey and was crying and acted like I told her this big lie because I never spoke on visitations and had everybody feeling sorry for her. Like,
So
what
how does
the
she
fuck?
turn your story? How does she turn your story and your experience into a live or a content that she's making to get people to feel sorry for her? But really, it's a situation that you're struggling through and you're suffering through and having a hard time with. But yet she's looking for people to feel bad for her based off of your story and your life experience. That's crazy. That's crazy work.
And then talking shit. Well, where were your kids when you were in prison, bitch? Because I never went to prison. I'm
Well,
not a felon. You are though. Allegedly, right? Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. How you fucking say it?
Allegedly. Yeah. That's
She
nasty
really
work.
said these people are total nutcases, and they are. I mean, to be doing this fuck shit, it's fuck shit. And you know what? You know what it's showing me? I'm thirsty. I need attention. And the only way I could get it is for people to feel sorry for me.
When
That's
I
what
met
I'm
you and I
getting.
first started talking to you, you never came to this platform, or you never even had personal conversations with a level of energy where you were looking for anybody to feel sorry for you. You were just saying, yo, let me tell you something. These systems and these organizations are really effed up. They're not what they appear. And, I've had some things going where I can tell you that and can attest to that. You know what I'm saying? Like personally, and I think they need to be stopped, and I think they need to be exposed. And that's
Yeah,
all the
they
conversation.
also try to say that I was involved with that Ada shit too.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
And you know damn well that I was speaking on what happened to me way before I even knew who the fuck Ada was.
Absolutely, because we
Because
was
you were
talking way
there.
long before. I remember when Ada popped into the system. Honestly, or not the
Mm-hmm.
system, but popped into the platform,
Yep.
and me and you was talking way before Ada showed up. The first time
Okay,
I've seen,
Danny, Danny.
if she made her rounds anywhere else. But I know the first time I seen Ada pop up is when I was on a live over there and Magic was live, and that's back when she used to use Zoom. That's before she even used to use StreamYard. And
Mm-hmm.
Ada just popped up out of nowhere on her Zoom, and she
Yeah.
pulled Ada up, and she was like, well, what's going on with you? How can I help you? What is your situation? Ada started telling a little bit about her story. Magic was like, well, I really don't do that here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how to help you because that's not the type of channel that I really have. And then boom, in comes Jaguar. That's all I'm going to say on that. But I remember that verbatim because I was on that live. I remember Ada crying. I remember Ada telling her story. And a lot of us were feeling away. You know what I
And
mean?
you
Like, we
also remember before she even came, before we even knew who she was, I was in the chats talking to
mhm,
you all about it.
about CPS and how
Yeah.
CPS is up and all the things. You've been were saying that before Ada even came around. So, I don't know.
Like the whole thing is crazy. And then you want to talk about how Droopy has integrity but doxed all my information. And we're not going to
Mhm,
speak too much on that person because I'm handling that legally. Okay?
mhm,
We're
okay.
going to handle that legally. But
Mhm,
I'm just going to say now, you doxed my information, okay? And that's going to be taken care of legally. I don't give a fuck. And Michelle and Polly, you're both lying bitches, and you were doing this fuck shit the whole time. I really don't give a fuck because Polly, I haven't even begun legally with your ass yet. And that's all I'm going to say on you because you're pathetic. You're a little lying, pathetic, conniving bitch. She wants to sit up there and talk about how I got an ego. What ego? What ego do I have? When I first came into the chats and I was being, if you want to say vulnerable with all of you people that I didn't even know, I didn't even know any of you guys, you know what I mean? And I was
right,
sitting up there telling you what was, what had happened to me or whatever. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's how I kind of like made a connection with you as well, because it's like in these channels that we were at the time, and the movements that they were pushing and the talks that they were having in these channels, it was giving like conversation around like we need to help the children, protect the children. You know what I'm saying? Like our children are in trouble. That's what a lot
Mhm.
of it was about. And also other abuses and stuff of that nature that was happening to people that's not right, that need to be exposed and brought to the forefront. And so a lot of us that had, found ourselves in these channels and in these chats, listening to these conversations, we really at the core thought that the individuals leading with these movements actually were trying to do something for the greater good to help change and turn these situations around for the better, expose them, bring them out to the forefront, give people resources and information if they need help, if they're going through something like that and experiencing these things. We really believe that what these people were selling to us was real. And so a lot of us did meet up and wind up in the same channels and chats, when it came to individuals that were speaking and pushing that, activism. We thought it was real activism. And so
Mhm.
as we were in these chats and stuff, not only were we listening to the host and the thing that the host was saying, but we were having some of our own side conversations and watching and listening to what things were being said within the chat as far as the side conversations. And a lot of people were experiencing some of these things even in their own personal lives, or just saying, oh, I may work for this organization, I may work for this organization, oh,
Yeah,
I
there
went
there
through,
was there
I'm
was pa
experiencing
there was parents that were talking, how they
right,
went through it. There was also people that were grown that were the children that got thrown in the system. There was
right.
there was all different types of people talking in the chat with us about it before Ada even came along.
Right. And that's what we all kind of was like sticking to and connecting to one another about, is because deep down in our souls and our hearts is like, either we've had that experience, we know somebody who had that experience, we work in organizations or places where we see these things happening and we think they're not right. And so we wanted to have those conversations and be, like activists, or see if there's something we can do to bring some type of change moving forward when it comes to this stuff, because it's been happening for so long. And so that's how a lot of us connected. And I remember that I used to hear you all the time in the chat, and I watched, like some of your comments and other people's comments where you were speaking on these things. And I was just like, I was gravitated towards that because I understood it. And I told y'all, I spoke on this before. I'm like, yeah, my mom, my grandma, we used to take in foster kids and stuff. They used to talk taking foster kids and stuff when I was younger. They worked with the system. My mama knows the system. She knows the ugliness of it. She knows how it can be beneficial if done properly and right. If the person
Yeah.
has a good heart, you know what I mean, and the right gets into it for the right reasons. And we know the
Mhm.
people that get into it for the wrong reasons, and how it can be, destructive to a family and a structure and stuff like that. So when I was seeing you saying all these things like that, it drew me to you, and then me and you like kind of made communication and whatnot with each other, like in chats at first, and then that's
Mhm.
how we got, what I'm saying, like introduced to one another. But you were
Yeah.
saying that for a very long period of time, from the very first time that I seen you in chats, and it wasn't just one channel; it was like multiple channels we all was in. But
And then
your
they're saying that
stories have
I'm
always been
trying to grift money from a CPS case. When have I ever asked for money for a CPS case? When? Have I ever, Golden? Have I ever asked for money towards
that was JJ playing. He over here shouting right now. But no, you've never asked for donations. You've never come up with no type of organization or anything like that you
Mm-mm.
created to get people to donate to. You never asked for not one rare cent. You were just speaking about, like, y'all, listen, this is what is going on in the system. The system is corrupt. It's tearing families apart. It's taking kids away from their parents. And guess what? You know what? I may not can tell y'all everything right now, but I can tell you, I know personally, because I have personal experience with these type of things, and I'm passionate about that. And that's all the
Yeah.
energy I ever gave consistently over time in every chat or every channel that I've ever seen and met you at. Period. And then we had our personal conversations and stuff, and it was never any different. It was always the same. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you never came on here lying or grifting or trying to get money or anything like that. You only were trying to expose the truth, the dark truth of how these systems and organizations move and operate, and the damages that they can do to families. Hold on one second, I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I was trying to do. And when I eventually did put up Cash Apps or PayPals, I never ever said that that was going to go towards CPS because do you know how long it would take me to raise money to fight those people? I would need to raise at least 50 or 60,000 fucking dollars as opposed to me asking for 50 or $60 towards like bud or something like that. Like I usually tell you guys, you already know that. I have never ever asked for money towards a CPS case. Okay? And there's plenty of reasons why. Number one, like I said, I would need at least 50 or $60,000 to even get started. And I would have to dox all my information so I could prove where the money's coming from. Okay. And to me, that's a scary thing to do, even though somebody already doxed me, which they will be handled legally for that. But I still just never did that. And yeah, Tanika knows. I mean, there's plenty of people that were around. Okay. I wasn't even going live when I started talking about CPS. I hadn't even done a live yet. And the only reason why I started doing lives was because when Maggie's channel went down, I wanted to talk to all you guys, but I couldn't give everybody my personal information. So I opened up the fucking channel. Okay, Lacey.
Sorry, babe, I'm back. I had to get
Oh,
JJ
no,
a
it's all
snack.
right. Yeah, no, I get it. But yeah, I mean, when I was even talking about it, I hadn't even went live yet.
Right, right. On your
I
chat,
didn't go
on your
live until so long later, and it was only because Maggie's channel went. If Maggie's channel would have never went down, I don't even know if I would be going live.
right, right,
You know what I'm saying? Because like I was just telling them, I don't know if you heard me, but I liked everybody in the chat and wanted to talk to them, but we had nowhere to go. So that's why I
right.
opened up my channel.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the only reason why I opened up my channel so we could all hang out and talk because I can't give everybody my personal information. That's crazy. So,
Right. And have some
yeah.
place to like commune and hook up, and hang out and stuff like that. Because they were attacking Maggie so hard back then. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And getting like all of her channels taken and
Yeah.
child, it was a mess. Oh my God, it was such a mess. It's such a
That
mess. But now we see it clearly for all it really was and what it really is and continues to be. And it's just like, oh,
V Love remembers too. Yeah, and that's what I had said. Like if Maggie's channel didn't go down, I don't even know if I'd be going live today. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I can't say.
right, right, right. Got you.
I really can't say because because I already had a channel and I had content up, but
Mhm.
like I was thinking if I was ever going to go live, I was going to try to make a professional podcast out of it because of exposing the government. But then, like
Exactly.
I said, Maggie's channel went down, and I just made like a spur of the moment decision, like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just open up my channel so we could all chill there. Like
Right, right,
that was
right.
it.
Got
And
Because
I
you
got
always talk to me about that as well. Like you was like, yeah, I have so many like plans and stuff for my channel. It's just, it takes time. I want to do it right. I'm gonna take my time and build my channel the proper way because there's certain things that I have a vision for doing. And then also, if like your artistry of it all, because I remember when you sent me the links and stuff to your channel before you even started going live on there, you had like some shorts and some videos of you like playing the guitar. You even had, respectfully, like you had your baby girl, she played the drums. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if everybody's seen that, but I seen that. And so I was just like, oh, okay, they're talented. Like they're a talented family, they're musicians. You know what I'm saying? They play instruments and stuff like that. So when I watched some of your content, I was like, okay, she's dope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she does stuff. Like she's artistic, she's creative, but you didn't want to just like jump out there. You had like a plan at first as far as how you wanted to structure your channel. And I remember you told me about that. And you was like, yeah, it's got to be the right time. I have, you know what I'm saying? I have to get it set up the right way because I have a vision for how I want it to be. And so we did talk about that previously as well. So that's why I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's why, like, I just heard all this fuck shit that Stormy and that vampire been saying, and I'm sick of them two bitches. I'm
mhm.
tired of them. I don't care no more.
Who are these
You,
people, honestly?
you,
Because to be quite honest, I'm like,
well, you know who Vamp is, and Stormy. Okay, I'm
yeah,
tired of you bitches. I'm
I
tired
know
of it
of them, but my question
because
is like, who are they?
I don't know.
Who's the mission
And yet,
here? Like,
Stormy,
what's
you
the
do
mission?
think, Stormy, you do think you're the fucking queen of YouTube now. And stop trying to get your chat involved and brigade other people's channel. Okay, stop it because you're not allowed to fucking do it. Stop putting your chat in the middle of your fights. Stop putting them as your
Mhm,
shield because I don't have a problem with people in your chat. I don't. There's people in your chat that I like, that I don't have
mhm.
no issue with at all. So stop trying to make them your fucking shield because they're not your shield. My problem is with you, not them. You bitch.
And see, that comes from being in a place or a level of maturity, right? Because if we are mature and we're adults, we understand that, like, in life, sometimes you may fall out with someone or have an issue with someone. And especially, like, okay, let's say you got a platform, or even if it's a teacher as a classroom, that's like a teacher who is like, okay, this student is acting up, right? And I may have to send this student to the principal's office. That's like the teacher asking all the rest of the students to join in with them. You know what I'm saying? To like
Exactly.
go on student. It doesn't work like that. You deal with that one solid issue and that one solid person, and you cut everybody else off from that because nobody else really has anything to do with it. If it's just between you and that person, then you and that person deal with it. You don't have to drag
Exactly.
everybody else into it. You know what I mean? To be like your foot soldiers
Exactly.
or something like that.
Exactly. Like
I did,
she's
yeah.
over there saying, "Oh, any screenshots and this and that." And then, yeah, I know you had me record shit for you too. I did that for
Mm.
you too. And then you're going to turn around and allegedly be paying people to fuck with other people. You think you're the fucking queen of YouTube, but I can't wait to see somebody take your channel the fuck down.
Why do she think she the queen of YouTube? Like, what exactly is it that she
It
does
went to her
for her?
head that she got monetized as soon as me and Lacey went up on her fucking on her shit, okay? And Lacey proved that she was a liar. It was a whole big ordeal, and she got monetized off that. And what did Vamp get monetized off of? Vamp got monetized off of dragging me for like 3 months. Let's not fucking front and act like we're blind, okay?
Mhm, mhm. There is a lot of piggybacking. You know, I did see the piggybacking, and that's one of the things that, like, when I remove myself
Well, you know
because, you
what,
know, all
Golden?
of that stuff.
At least, you know what? I'm sorry to interrupt you. At least I could
No,
admit that I'm where I am because Maggie helped me. At
right.
least I can
Listen,
admit.
you see what I'm saying? This
I've
is what it
always, I've
means to
always said,
being an adult that's in the right mindset, right? So let me tell you. So, okay, all right. So listen, when I used to be in Maggie's chat, prior to being in Maggie's chat, I was in some few other places. Y'all probably heard about that as well. The entire time when I was spending time on people's channels and in their chats, and you know, even sometimes maybe join a panel, I never once told anybody that I was hanging out or spending time with on their channels that I had a YouTube channel. I never told them that. I wasn't soliciting. That's what they call soliciting. It's like when you're outside of somebody else's business promoting your own business. That's called soliciting, right? I never solicited. So I would go over and spend time on people's channels. I would be in their chats, you know what I'm saying, hanging out, having a good time. And then on my channel, whatever I do on my channel, I do it in my own time. But I never went to anybody else's channel to promote my channel. I never went to anybody else's channel to let people know, hey y'all, look at me, I got a channel too. It was never that type of energy. Now there was a time where, you know, there was someone before, way back when, that out of the kindness of their heart, I guess they saw that I had a channel, and it was them that decided to tell their followers that I had a channel. I never said, hey y'all, yeah, you know, I got a channel too. I don't do that type of stuff. That's soliciting, you know. Even when I was over there with Maggie and spending time over there and stuff, it's just like, if you know I got a channel, or if you look into me or research to see that I got a channel, you did that. But I've
Yeah,
never
the
come on
only
the
time I ever
platform
said I
and said,
had a channel
hey, I got a channel.
when I was in
Yeah.
there and I was talking to you all about the CPS stuff when I was first like getting to know all of you, people would say, "Do you have a
Mhm,
channel?" If they asked, I would say
mhm.
yes. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
But I wasn't like, "Yo, I got a channel." Go like I wasn't doing that shit.
because
I
it did
wasn't.
start a movement to where we thought like, yo, this is great for the community, because it's like people were making it seem like, okay, let's lift each other up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, this person spends a lot of time on my channel. You know what I'm saying? They support me. They pour into my channel. They pour into my content. You know, not my content, but they pour into my channel and they support me. And it's like, okay, let's lift one another up. So then it was a thing where they start dropping people channel links in the chat. I
Mhm.
never asked nobody to drop my channel link in the chat. They started
Mm-mm.
doing that. It was a thing. It was a movement. So I was just like, oh, well, that's kind. That's nice. And I don't know if anybody ever saw me, but every time that would happen and someone would do that, and it's typically the moderators that would do it, I was
Mhm.
very grateful. And I'd be like, oh my God, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. You know what
Me
I'm
too.
saying? For
I always thank
my
everybody if they do
channel.
that, you know?
But that wasn't my intent for coming to nobody's channel. That wasn't my intent for hanging out and kicking it with people. I really just wanted to come to people's channel and hang out and kick it with them because I thought it was a good time over at
Oh,
their
hold on,
channel.
Golden. While I got my mother right here because she just walked up. Mom, you pay
Yeah.
my bills and do my food shopping?
No,
You really?
no,
Do I even know how much money you get?
no, honey. No, honey.
Oh, Golden said hi.
Hi, honey. No, and I
Hey,
ain't telling you either how much I
I don't
get.
want to know how much you got. I don't
I ain't
care.
telling nobody.
But that was the other thing.
Right.
This fucking grimy ass bitch is telling people that my mother does my food shopping and pays my bills and pays my rent. Do you pay my rent?
Oh,
Like what the fuck?
and
What
you
the
know what?
fuck?
That's one of the things me and you have in common, and we always had in common, is just like we're very close to our mothers, right? And our mothers, you know, they rock with us. So they see, they hear everything. You know what I mean? And so it's just like, you know, a lot of time when these people used to come out and say the things that they say and actually tell these lies, one of the main people that you know, just like in life, period, that you always can count on is your mama. And
Well, you know
so
what that
like
made me think, Golden? You know what that
the
made
mom,
me think?
mhm,
When Stormy accused me of living off my mother, that
right.
just made me think that she's living off that man and his mother because prostitution doesn't come with a 401k. And if you're not 65, how the fuck did you retire, honey? Before 65 and you didn't have a real job,
401.
okay?
60.
Cuz I go tax return for tax return with you, bitch.
You see what they don't like that though, because it's like, yo, our moms, okay, I don't care. You can roast, you can drag us, you can make fun of us, I don't care. Our mamas, and this, okay, let me say this. Let me
Let
state
me
this.
let me put it to you this way, okay? When my mother and my stepfather broke up, I was living
Yeah.
on my own with my children. Do you understand? But when my mother was going to leave my stepfather, I did not want her living alone.
Oh my God. You see what I'm saying? Our stories is so much the same. And that
So
ain't even
I
no.
left my house and me and my mother found a place together because I did not want her to be alone. Now, she's not some feeble little old lady where she can't get around and drive and do those things, but
Right.
still, she's still 66 and she don't look it, but I just didn't want her to be alone. And
That's
I was like, well, fuck it, you know.
right. And I wanted to say this with the most utmost respect, right? Because I do know that this is a thing. So that's why I said, let me slow down.
I get it, V Love, honey.
Let me think carefully how I'm going to word this. Okay. So, number one, okay. It's a beautiful thing, right? To be able to have a mom or a parent or whatever like that, even as they get into old age or whatnot, I call it fine wine age, child. Fine wine age.
Yeah, yeah.
All of our lives, our parents have taken care of us, or our mother have taken. I know that my mother is the only one that took care of me. I ain't had no father in my life, right? So it's been my mama and me from the very beginning. And so, like you said, you know what I'm saying? They go through their ups and downs in life. They go through changes and stuff in life. They may be married. They may be divorced. You don't want your mama to be alone. Your mama may need things. She may need help. And we want to make sure we look after our mamas the same way they looked after us. Now, I say that, but then on the next hand, I say that I'm not saying that to be boastful or bragful, because I do understand that there are individuals out here in this world, in this life, that may not have that experience, and they may not
Exactly.
have their mama in their life, and they may not be close to their mother, or their mother may no longer be with us or here with them. And so I never wanted to be like, because of how we live our lives and the connection we have with our mothers, to be, or people feel like it's being thrown in their face because maybe that's something that they don't have, or they
Mhm,
desire to have, or they wish that they had. we're
mhm.
not we're not spreading it around to like throw it in nobody's face or make nobody feel bad, because that may not be what they have. It just happens to be what we have, and we love it and we like it and we
Well,
gauge in it.
that's just like, yeah, that's just like Stormy talking about my relationship with my father, because my father is like a best friend to me. You know what I mean? Like, even though,
Right.
like, me and my mom our relationship, but my dad don't live here, so
Right.
whatever. Okay, she wants to
Hmm.
start talking on my father. Bitch, you don't know my father. You don't know my
Right.
father. You don't know nothing
Right.
of my father. Don't ever speak of him. Talking
You see what
about,
I'm
oh, he works for a mechanic shop. No, bitch, he don't work for no mechanic shop. He's got a real big mechanic shop. Okay,
saying? But Star,
that
that's
he
none of these
owns
people's
his shit.
business. It's just like that's nasty work for these people. Like they'll find
But
whatever it is they
the thing
can. You know
is
what I'm
like
saying?
she was trying to act like certain people were trying to act like that I have certain privileges. Let me tell you something. All my family is dead except for my mother, my father, and my two kids. Okay. Yes, I have one cousin. Okay. But most of the family that are still alive, I don't talk to them. They live in other countries, whatever the case may be. Okay. So the only real, like, close family, immediate family that I have is my mom, my dad, and my kids. Okay. That doesn't mean I ever had privileges, certain kind of privileges. Maybe I had different things than other people had. Okay. I'm not rubbing that in anybody's face, because that's not cool. That's not something to boast about. That's not a flex. You know what I mean?
Right.
But just
Right.
because
Right.
I had my parents doesn't mean that I had privileges either, because my parents aren't going to just
Right.
let me do whatever the fuck I want,
Right.
especially at a grown woman's age.
And people, that's the thing too. It's just like, but that just go to show like it can be different levels to this. Like even just being around could be mean a whole lot to somebody, right? But it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, we maybe have close relationships and stuff with our parents and be close to our parents, but people still don't know. Like you don't know what we've been through. You don't know what we had to go through. You don't know what our parents had to go through. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what experiences we've had in our lives growing up with our parents. And it's just so shameful that people will try to like shame you or drag you because, you know, you may just have a decent or a close relationship with your parent and you desire to be around your parent, take care of them, make sure they're okay, make sure they're straight. Like, why should you be made to feel bad about that? Because that's your dynamic of your life. You know what I mean? And again, because that's the dynamic of our lives, it's not to make anybody feel anybody who doesn't have that dynamic in their life feel bad or feel like, something ain't
No,
right,
not at
or feel
all.
less than. That's not we set out to do. But because we come on the platform and you hear us joking around and clowning around and talking to our moms and stuff like that, or when people try to come at us and drag us, our mamas, mama bear got baby bear back, and she might pop out and say a few things. You know what I mean? Like that just happens to be the dynamic of our family that we happen to live with. We're not boasting or bragging about it. We're not throwing it in nobody's face. If they don't have that, like
No, not
I
at
hate
all. I
that
would never ever do that. That's
have
a
it.
horrible thing to do to somebody. But
Right.
I mean,
But why
now
are we making it
don't
feel
let me get
bad
it
because
twisted.
our mamas in our lives that's supportive and will fight for us tooth and nail? Like, why are
Now,
we making
well,
it
I'm
feel
not
bad?
gonna lie. I did say something regarding V Goddess's mother because V Goddess wanted my mother to get on live to fight with her. Okay?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when she did that, that's when I went at her mother because I don't care. And that was around the time that my mother's first surgery failed and she was had to be rushed to the hospital to have a second surgery because she was hemorrhaging inside. She was bleeding internally. And this
Okay.
bitch is over here saying that she wants to fight my mother on live. So that's why I went at her mother. Otherwise, I would have never said nothing like that. But
Okay. Got
I'm gonna tell you now, it's gonna be an eye for an eye. You're gonna come at my shit, I'm gonna come right back at yours.
you know
I
how
mean,
we do, guys. That towards
except for the kid things though, because I'm not gonna stoop to no level with
yeah,
kids.
with the kids. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though they wanted to stoop to a real low level and talk about mine. First, it was I didn't have any. You know what I'm saying? Maggie's live, so but yeah. First, it was
Oh, Maggie's
I
live.
was
Oh,
yeah. So I'll end it in a minute, but um first it was I was lying about what happened to me and then it was I didn't have any kids at all and then it was back to me lying again. Look, I didn't lie about any of this
right.
shit that I have said. I have unprivated the lives on my main channel. Okay, so anybody who wants to go back and look at those for proof can go back and look and listen.
Right.
And Golden, do you not remember when me and you weren't friends? Okay, and
That little
Maggie,
spat and stuff
Maggie,
like that.
Maggie's
Yeah.
channel had came back up, and then Stormy got a channel, and then Vamp got a channel. Was I
Mhm.
not trying to promote everybody's channel? Was I not?
You no, you did. You did that. You did. You wanted
So
everybody
how am
to
I
be
selfish or jealous of anybody if I was trying to promote other people's channel?
right. Right.
Like nobody was making me art, not that I expected them to, and it was my choice to do that, but I'm just
Right.
saying
Yeah.
that
Because
would
there was
come
like this
nobody's going to
moment.
do that who's jealous.
Yeah. And it was this moment in time where like we all were like in this energy in this place where it was we understood like there is enough to go around. We all
Yeah,
may be different and have our different styles and ways that we do things, but there's no need to tear each other down. Let's lift each other up. Let's support each other. Let's promote each other. Let's, you know what I'm saying, like spread the wealth. And there was a time where that was happening, and it was great and it was beautiful because we all were going around and popping into
exactly.
everybody's life and showing love and showing support, and it was going full circle for a minute. And then I don't know what happened, but individuals I think was put in place or planted to come
I
in
don't
and
know.
disturb that unity, disturb that
Mhm.
movement. You know what I mean? Like disturb that great energy that was going on for a little bit, but that energy was happening for a while and it felt
Yeah,
good and it felt
I
safe.
know.
And I remember watching people in the chats, right? Like as I was in the chats and stuff, and I remember hearing people like message in the chats and say, oh my God, this feels so good not to have to fight today. This feels so good
Exactly.
not to have to go against somebody today. This feels so good just to laugh and have fun today, or not feel guilty
Exactly.
I'm at this person's channel and I also equally support this person at the same time, and I don't have to get
Mhm.
drugged for it, or I don't have to feel ashamed to do it, or you know what I'm saying? Like there was that point in time,
All
but
right,
then some.
let's end the live now and let's go to Maggie's, and then if we want, we can come back here later.
Okay, all right, let's go check out Magic then.
All right, thank you for everybody coming. I love you guys. I'll see you at Maggie's.
Okay, bye.
Bye.